Hello and welcome to Practice Worksheet 5. Today we're going to be talking about combining like terms. You're going to want to have your notes out beside this worksheet to help you as a reference. You should have taken them while watching Mr. Pruner's video about them. For the first question, you're going to explain why each expression below can't be simplified by combining like terms. I'm not going to be writing anything on these lines. You can explain that more in your own words, but let's talk through why each of these can't be simplified by combining like terms. Well, if we look at A, we see that only one of the terms has a variable, so we can't simplify. When we look at B, we see each term has a variable, but they're both different, so we can't combine them. And for C, we see that they all have the variable K, but they're all raised to a different power. We can't simplify that. As I said, go ahead and use your own words. Let's go to number 2. Simplify each expression below. If it is already in simplest form, write simplest underneath the expression. Let's do G and J together. 9 plus 7a minus 3a. Okay, I'm going to look for my like terms. 7a and 3a both have the variable a. 7 minus 3 is 4, so 9 plus 4a is my answer. Let's look at J. 8y plus 6y to the second minus 3y plus 5y to the second. Okay, again, I'm looking for like terms. 8 and 3 both have a y, and 6 and 5 both have y to the second. Now I'm going to rewrite my problem so that I have like terms beside each other. 8y minus 3y plus 6y to the second plus 5y to the second. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine those. This leaves me with 5y minus 11y to the second. Now be careful when you're rewriting your problem. You want to make sure that you keep your operation sign, so your plus, minus, division, or multiplication sign in front of the term that it goes with. Let's go down to O together. These three problems are talking about the same type of simplifying, but only with fractions and decimals. They can be a bit tricky. Remember, when you're adding or subtracting fractions, you need to make sure that each one of the fractions has a common denominator. My fractions, I'm going to make sure they all have the denominator of 6. So before I start combining, I want to make sure that each fraction has a denominator of 6. I'm going to do that by multiplying 1 over 3 by 2 over 2, which equals 1. I'm going to get 2 over 6. And then 1/2 I will multiply by 3 over 3, so that I have the common denominator 6. Now let's rewrite the problem with our fractions that all have the denominator of 6. Okay, now we're ready to start simplifying. They all have the variable f. Oh, whoops, I wrote the wrong fraction at the beginning. Let's change that one to 3 over 6 instead of 1 over 3. Perfect. 2 over 6f plus 6 over 6f plus 1 over 6f minus 3 over 6f. I'm going to combine these terms one at a time. I like to do my problems step by step so that I don't get confused. At first I combined 2 over 6 plus 6 over 6, 8 over 6 plus 1 over 6, and then 9 over 6 minus 3 over 6f, which gives me 6 over 6f, or 1f. You could also just write the letter f. Let's move down to number 3. Simplify each of the expressions below, then circle all that are equivalent to 4x plus 5y. Let's get started. First, I'm going to look for my like terms, like 2 x's and 2 y's. Let's rewrite the problem so that all my like terms are together. Perfect. Now I can just combine them. 4x plus 5y. And because it's the same, I can circle it. Perfect. Let's try D. Again, I'm going to underline all my like terms, so x's and y's, and rewrite my problem so that all my like terms are together. Then once I combine them, I will have 4x plus 5y. Again, the same answer, so I'll go ahead and circle that as well. Now moving down to number 4. We're not going to do any of these together, but you should be able to use your notes to help you answer these questions. Look especially at the diagram. Have fun!